And question 7. So triangles ABD and BCD are right angled triangles. Work out the value of x. Okay, right. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing we did last time. I'm just going to label both triangles. Last time I've just realised doesn't mean anything to you. You don't know what video I did a second ago. Whoa. Sorry. Okay, so I have this one here. I know that this length is B. This length is A. And this length is D. And what do I know? Well, I know that this length is 5 centimeters. And this length is 10 centimeters. So it's freaking me out because it's got the cursor rather than the... Normally has the pen symbol. You're probably thoroughly interested in that. Okay, right. So I have this length here is the one that I want. Yeah, and the reason I want that length is because if we look, that is the length that is in common with this one here. If in doubt, work out some things that will hopefully help you. If they don't, you've lost nothing. But if they help you, then brilliant. So here is my other triangle. I know that this length is B, this length is D, this length is C. And what do I know? I know that this length is 4 centimeters. Okay, well, if I think about it, this length BD here is the same as the length BD here. How do I work this out? Well, I know that this is a right-angled triangle, but this time I have the hypotenuse. If I have the hypotenuse, I'm going to do 10 squared, i.e. the hypotenuse squared, take away another side, is going to be equal to, let's call this missing side x squared. So 100 take away 25 is going to give me 75 equals x squared. Don't rush. This is obviously not 75. Remember, we must square root both sides. So the square root of 75, and it would be brilliant if you're familiar with surds, because it would be best to leave this as a surd. You could even leave it as square root of 75, but if not, remember what I said, try and leave it to 3 significant figures. Sorry, 3 decimal places. And hopefully that will avoid any rounding errors. 660. So that length there is 8.660. Well, that's the same length as this one here, BD, isn't it? 8.660 centimeters. I should have called that something else. I've called that X, and there's another X here. That's poor on my part, so please excuse that. Right, so I know that this length here is 8.660, and if I look at this one here, this is the length that I'm after. Well, this is the hypotenuse of my right-angled triangle. If I have if it's the hypotenuse I want, I'm going to sum together the other two, the squares. The other two sides squared, so I'm going to get 8.660 squared, add 4 squared is going to be equal to x squared. Then that's going to give me roughly 75. Will give me 75, add 4 squared, which is 16. So and then square root, when you've done that, square root both sides, just as we did a second ago. I've missed a step here. So x is equal to square root of that answer, which is 9.5393, etc. It asks for it to 2 decimal places, therefore it will be 9.54 centimeters to 2 decimal places. Okay, thanks guys.